practice. How's it going after the season?
Yeah, came out of it good. He'll throw a bullpen tomorrow. Everything lines up for him going in the right direction. As long as the bullpen goes well, they come back and into the rotation. Timeline and sometime in the St. Louis series, but I don't have an exact date for you right now.
How big would it be to get them back, especially given kind of the way the state of the rotation, and now with some guys injured?
Yeah, no, it would be great. I mean, the guys have been doing a good job without him. Some guys have stepped up and filled their, that role. But anytime you can, get a guy back that's been a big part of the rotation and future part of the rotation, haven't finished the season, those are all good signs.
You're talking about rotation after spring. How you have your rotation for the rest of the weekend?
Mason Barnett will start tomorrow. And Sunday is JT, right?
Yeah.
Go on.
How's Muncy looking? Max Muncy, how's it looking?
He's making progress. I saw him hitting the cage 2 days ago. Baseball activities are obviously going, but I don't have a timeline in terms of future rehab assignment or anything like that.
The other day you were talking about last year's August, which was fabulous. September, not so good. September was 10, 16. Knowing that experience, and you also have many of those players back, and other younger than those, how you avoid, or how your players try to avoid not falling back in September and ruining everything you've accomplished in August?
For us as a club, we're going to continue to go out and focus on what we know we have to do to win games. I think we did the same last year. Just from a club standpoint, last year in September we played really good teams. We're gonna continue to do that, but I think that the guys that were here last year that played the full season understand what September feels like. They're going to have to help those guys that haven't been here for September. It's another 20-plus games on a minor league season. So, we also dealt with a lot of adversity and a lot of change at the end of the season last year. In terms of our last homestand, in terms of our last road trip. So there were some other factors that I think contributed to September and the result that we finished with.
Speaking of rotations, as we spoke to earlier in the week, you have to face another gauntlet of a rotation this weekend against Texas, starting tonight with Jack Leiter.
Yeah.
The team has had success against Detroit. How do they go out and start to attack the Texas Rangers? Starting pitching.
Yeah, for Leiter, he's been throwing the ball really well. I think he's got a 2.59 or something I saw in MLB. They talked a lot about their rotation for the weekend. I've been obviously sitting in my office listening. And, we've got our work cut out for us offensively. The thing about the Rangers is you look up and this is a team that's one game above 500, and they've done a majority of it with their pitching. So, our plan against Leiter will be very similar to what we did last time, and just, I think if we can keep him in the zone and lay off the chase, that we can get him, pitch count up and possibly get to him.
Coach still holding down the leadoff hitter. How you liking that so far? Doing a lot of damage.
I think he's done a nice job. I think, in terms of where he's at in the lineup, he feels comfortable, and we're getting him the most amount of at-bats in a game that we can. The top four guys have been pretty consistent with how we've used them, and I think our offense has done a nice job over the last 6 weeks.
Do you see different type of pitches in terms of they have to pitch to him since he's in that spot?
Well, the leadoff guy on, it definitely helps, right? He's a patient hitter, but a patient hitter that can do damage. So, you saw last series they started him with the breaking ball to start the game. So there's a lot of respect for what Nick can do at the plate.
How do you continue to utilize your bench players? In the last series, you utilized Brett and JJ Blade as well for pinch hitting. How do you plan to utilize?
Same way. We'll look for a matchup that we think will create late in the game to get an advantage. Also just throughout the series and like we've talked about throughout the rest of the season, we'll look to get guys some playing time and use a rotation in the infield and as well as the outfield to keep guys fresh and keep guys involved.
All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.